itself?
It's funded by the Arts Council. It's managed by Birmingham Museums Trust, my employer. As natural sciences curator there, it's responsible for about 20% of my time, which makes up about 100 days over 2 years. And it involves a budget that covers my time and travel, but not particularly for specialist experts, so I can't be getting in teams of people to review particular collections around the region. And when I started just over 6 months ago, my first task was to decide, with these resources, how the review could be as helpful as possible over the next 2 years. So there were sort of 3 broad choices that I considered. So depth versus breadth. So it had been suggested that I could focus on a particular collections type within natural sciences or on a small range of museums. But I felt this might exclude the museums and the collections that would benefit most from the review. Not knowing if we have an opportunity and the funding to do this again, I thought it would be better to aim for breadth, to cover all collections types where possible, and all museums, and to use the review to inform more in-depth work in the future. And secondly, there's a balance between practical help and forming an overview. So I very much want to do both with this review. So during the initial visit to the museum and the report that's written up afterwards, I'm thinking in terms of what I can help with the museums now, as well as forming an overview that might be useful for advocacy in the future. And finally, I had an issue of how qualitative or quantitative the review should be. So should I just be seeking to describe collections, describe their care, or to actually rate them? And there's many problems with actually rating things, but the reason I decided it would be better to try is because it's better as an advocacy. It's better for advocacy if you actually are able to say, for instance, that 5 collections of high significance or national or regional significance are at high risk, rather than just being able to say that some collections in the West Midlands are at some risk.